to all my spiritual people out there. My name is Brother L. I just want to be able to share with you guys a whole little breakdown of what I went through in this year. You know, it's been almost a year and I've been on the spiritual journey, as well as a lifestyle change with my health, my diet. And I just want to be able to share with you guys like what I went through, maybe some things that you guys may have faced, how to maybe end off the year and how I'm ending off the year, and as well as a resonance of how I'm going to start this year off. So let me give you guys a little breakdown. So 2023 has definitely been a challenging year for a lot of individuals, and I can just say that I won't chalk it up and just say that 2023 was a bad year whatsoever, you know, because you got to believe in duality. Duality is basically stating that there's no such thing as good or bad. You can't have one without the other, so you must accept both. And to be able to accept both means that you're in a period of growth. So this year has definitely been a challenge for me, and it's been one of the greatest challenges that I've ever had in my freaking life. You know, I feel like of all the years that I've been on this earth, 29 years, it's only as of 29 that I fully started to experience what life is. So I definitely been living life as a NPC for a very long time, and that's being just blind to the world around me. And now I found myself in this period of awakening, and that all started just by changing my diet. It all started by basically searching for the truth in life, not relying on the information that was put in front of me, and just basically shedding a piece of who I was and gradually walking into the purpose of what I was set out to be. And a lot of people will ignore their life for so long that life just seems like it hurts for so long. You know, you got those people that are 60, 70 years old and still don't walk in their purpose, and they wonder why they don't experience life for more. But it's not that you're not experiencing life for more, it's because you haven't accepted the person of who you are and you haven't woken up to the surroundings around you. So nothing against them whatsoever, but the sooner it is that you find your passion in life, the sooner it is that you find your truth and who you are in this world and what you have to provide, the easier it gets to being able to wake up to the surroundings around you and to be able to deal with the challenges that you face. So that's the main thing that I've been challenging myself with this year, and that's been, you know, erasing emotional attachment to this person that I called Larry and accepting the person that I want to truly be, which is Brother L, you know? So that's why I've slowly changed my name. It was something that I had to truly face in this little period of time, and it's been a wonderful transformation, and I'm grateful to be able to have this little name, you know? So if you've been going through this year and you've gone through a spiritual journey, you already know the process of like what you might be facing, but you don't associate it with the title. The title of what you've been facing is called The Night of the Dark Soul. And for many beginners that are, maybe you want to start this journey right now in December and start it off and beginning in January, so that way you are walking in a spiritual path. Or maybe you want to start it at the beginning of next year. It really doesn't matter. It's truly up to you. It's your journey. Whatever you're feeling, I hope that you face your shadow self and that you come into terms of loving yourself and experiencing more of life. But the terminology of what a lot of us have been facing throughout this whole entire year is called the Night of the Dark Soul. And what that is you're looking back at yourself and you truly want to shed the person of who you used to be. Looking at yourself, you don't accept yourself as that person anymore. You've completely come up with this terminology of I'm no longer that person. But the hardest part is, in the middle of all things, you're walking into a darkness. Like, you see yourself as this amazing spiritual master, or you see yourself as this teacher, or you see yourself as this individual with a mindset that is highly elevated, but you aren't that person yet. Even though you've tried all these things, there's still things that still tie you back to that person of who you were, and you still aren't that person that you're trying to be, that ascended person, and you're still in this blind, you're still in this dark space. So that's what we call the night of the dark soul. And that's been one of the major things that I've faced throughout this whole entire year. No matter how far I've gone throughout this year, even in the month of December, right now, I'm still facing it. No matter how many times I've tried to disassociate myself with the being of who I was, I'm still in this field of, I feel like I'm just plain old Larry, which is not the case. Like, if I look back to who I was then to who I am now, completely different person. And the only way that I can help you guys to be able to step into your purpose for 2024 is to alleviate yourself, find a mental calmness, and associate yourself with characteristics that do meet the qualifications of where you need to go next. So if you consider yourself a being of light, if you do consider yourself to be some type of spiritual teacher or leader, give yourself these characteristics to focus on for next year so that you may be able to walk in that purpose. So for me personally, I want to experience more love. I want to be a guidance. I want to elevate. I want to create strong mentalities in other individuals. And these are characteristics that personally I don't 100% live in. But like, when I see myself as this elevated person, those are some of the characteristics that I see myself having. And the hardest part is seeing something that you're not necessarily are and wondering how you start. But maybe just start with one. Maybe love is one of those things that you want to experience in life and you don't know how to necessarily get there. So one of the things you might need to do is circle back and start loving yourself in some type of way. And loving yourself means to go back and start doing the shadow work of the person that lies in the depths of darkness that you don't necessarily accept. See, most of us walk around each and every day living life as the kid that we were traumatized as a kid, and we think that we're 20, 30, 40 years old, but we're still that traumatized individual that has been living life as a little kid, but still maturing and growing as a human being. So that's why we go back and we do that shadow work, so that way we can start to move forward in our life and we can start to accept and love ourselves for the person that has been hurt by all of these many things, and not necessarily even hurt. Maybe it's just something that you don't accept, or maybe it's something that you look at in life and don't agree with, because sometimes we have all of these memories in our head of something in the past that happened, but you're grown now. So those things that you see as truths back then might not necessarily even be the actual truth. Sometimes we misconstrue things and we change reality, and we hold on to these things that are personal to us when sometimes they didn't even happen that way. So that's definitely been some of the things that I've been facing this year with, the challenge of being a fruitarian, becoming a spiritual leader, and actually staying consistent with my life, not overworking myself, and doing all of these things that are purposeful for me. So for next year, let me just give you guys a little bit of tips that maybe what you can do to be able to get started. Maybe you're in this period of, I don't know what the what the night of the dark soul is, and I want to get away from it. You'll never truly get away from it, because this battle is something of elevation. So you only elevate to higher heights of higher challenges. So the lower challenges are just being able to strengthen yourself, so that way when you get to the top, you can be able to face these challenges. So my challenge to you is to basically take it step by step, and don't make this a race. Make this an adventure. This is adventure time, like we say. So yeah, basically just get yourself into a peaceful state and find yourself, whether that's being able to find something that resonates with you, whether it's sitting down and meditating every once in a while, or maybe it's finding a book to read that might challenge your mind to things outside of the box, or maybe find something that doesn't necessarily tie you down to a religion, like the Bible or the Quran or whatever you might read. Maybe find something else to challenge your way of thinking, because we're not on this earth to find one source of information. We're here to find it all. So that's my little video. My name's Brother L. I'm thankful for being able to share this video with you guys, and to shed myself into another individual, to be able to help and to elevate individuals. Happy holidays to you all, and peace to you all as well. Thank you.